Hi guys, and welcome to this week's collective reading. And this week we are learning a lot about ourselves. So just be prepared. We start off with opening the heart space, and it reads at the bottom or the top here, right to love and be loved, and heart healing. And this card comes out reversed, and with the Judgment card beneath it, it is pointing to a feeling of betrayal or the heart being closed off due to this feeling of injustice, right? Something that felt unfair to you. But justice is also saying that an awareness or understanding is growing in you, that your own personal decisions and actions have consequences, right? So we are leaving this archetype of the victim in the past. Something may have indeed occurred in which you were wronged and your heart closed off. But now with this stepping into sovereignty, we aren't allowing others to decide for us, right? How we will move through our lives. Now, you are wielding the sword of truth. So this is being in tune with your own intuition to what is the truth in the matter. And when you know the truth, you can act appropriately, taking control of your life. And when you start to accept responsibility for yourself, stepping into sovereignty, you can start to turn this energy around, right? Where it is safe to open the heart. Because this healing comes through when you take responsibility, right? Your heart will no longer feel heavy. It becomes balanced when it's light as a feather. When you can start to take ownership for your life, you start driving your own vehicle. There is this freedom that makes you light, like you are flying. This is the opening of the heart space, and this is where we are shifting to with the age of Aquarius, right? This heart opening where the mind is in balance with the heart. So our next card is Anandalite, and I've got a piece of Anandalite here, and Lemon Balm, and it reads awakening and transitioning. And I do really feel that this reading is touching on this or speaking to this transition we are currently undergoing from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. And there is quite a lot of debate in the spiritual world around when the age of Aquarius officially begins. And it's kind of not important. It is actually very important. But to think that we can pinpoint it to an exact moment or an exact year or day when it is a collective mentality shift that is occurring, right? And some of us will feel this energetic shift or awakening earlier and others will later. I mean, there were people decades ago, right, in the 60s and 70s feeling the energetic impulse of Aquarius. And others are very much still rooted in the frequency of Pisces, and this is all okay, right? On the bottom of this card, it says integrating energies. We are all awakening in waves, so we can integrate this energy into Gaia, right? Because Gaia is our mother planet that is physically shifting from one age to the other. It is her dance with the cosmos. She is the one stepping from one energetic location to the other, and she is carrying us within her, right? And we are the ones helping her to integrate these new energies so they don't shock her system, right? We are her microcosm. So collectively, this collective here on this channel, if you are listening, you are it. you are feeling this impulse of the age of Aquarius. And there needs to be clarification that feeling that energetic impulse or sensing it around the corner is not the same as being in it. I do personally strongly feel that we are very much still in the age of Pisces, where we are me-centered over we, right? This caring for the collective, this community and teamwork impulse coming from Aquarius is being introduced for sure, especially with Pluto finally making the shift into Aquarius. That was kind of a big deal. Even that shift will be felt as a transitional energy, right? Over the course of 20 years, it's going to be a transitional energy that we will feel this year in 2024, because its full effect will be over a 20-year period. It's going to be a slow and steady shift, right? And here with the moon child, this is about aligning yourself with the phases of the moon and all its magic, and also being able to reflect on your personal life and being able to identify which phase you are personally currently in life. Because we are in this monthly cycle with the moon, but we also experience this cycle on a larger or longer scale. This is just like the earth has multi-levels of growth and change with her cycles. So she goes through this 26,000 year cycle with the precession of the equinoxes, right? Where we spend just over 2,000 years in each astrological sign. That's what moving from Pisces to Aquarius is. But the earth also has her yearly cycle around our sun, right? She has a daily rotation. We also have different cycles that we undergo as well. So this card is asking you to attune yourself to the monthly rhythm with the moon, as well as to recognize how you or where you are, which phase your life is currently reflecting, but on a bigger cycle. So this week, I feel our reading is centered around finding ourselves within the macrocosm, understanding how as a microcosm of the macrocosm, how we are connected and how we are in service to each other, how we are in service to Mother Earth by helping her to integrate energies, but also she is in service to us by carrying us, right? How are we linked? But then also, once we find ourselves and recognize ourselves, then it's about shifting the perspective so that we can identify ourselves as the macrocosm. Because yes, we can be and we are both the microcosm and the macrocosm. And the difference is just a perspective shift. So we have an entire universe within ourselves. We are in control of our reality. And we can shift and find ourselves in both the microcosm and the macrocosm. And the secret to shifting between the two is in opening the heart portal. When you can find this balance between the two, you can be living in the age of Pisces while you help ground in and introduce the energies of the age of Aquarius into the body of Gaia. So you absolutely can be still living in and learning the lessons attached to the age of Pisces. The importance of developing your I, knowing and valuing your worth, but it can be in harmony and balance with the age of Aquarius, where you learn how putting yourself first can be in service to everyone else around you, where you can be in service to your community without it hurting you in some way. The give does not have to take from you. And you don't have to throw others under the bus. You don't have to hurt people to get ahead in life. This is what the transition from Pisces to Aquarius is bringing, this bridging aspect where we realize we can do what makes us happy and is fulfilling for us, and we can find our tribe, our community that is helped by us being our truest expression, right? And the reason this card is reversed, the reason we feel it's hard to open the heart is because we are ahead of the curve. And to be very clear, this is not to say that we are better than anyone else. This is to say we are tapping into this shifting energy earlier than the majority, right? And to be honest, the system that resonates with me the most doesn't place us in the age of Aquarius for a very, very long time. Not in our lifetime, nor our children's. And that rings true to me. Because being in the age of developing our I, Pisces, this is the age of Archangel Michael. And this is why Michael is often depicted carrying his sword of truth, right? And then in his other hand, he is depicted carrying the scales. If you look at traditional artwork of Archangel Michael, he carries the sword with its flame of truth, and he carries the scales. Because as we work through this age, we are overcoming our inner demons, right? We are slaying our dragon just as Archangel Michael is slaying the dragon, or making friends with our dragon, being in control of our animalistic impulses to bring balance to our physical and etheric being. But we are pretty far from having humanity as a whole, knowing who they are individually in this exalted way, right? How can we be ready to enter a community-centered age if we haven't developed our I? Because to best serve our community, we must first know what our own intrinsic talents are. And the age of Aquarius would be when the majority of humans know who they are, and they are using their talents in service to the whole. So you personally may be shifting into this consciousness of the age of Aquarius as, right, this is a balancing scale. This is flowing around. So this is happening as you are battling your inner demons and conquering them to know thyself in this age of Pisces, right? So as you are stepping up and into your sovereignty in Pisces, you will be opening yourself to receive the impulse of Aquarius. I really hope this is making sense. This feels so much more like a teaching week. This week is about understanding why you feel so different from the majority, and why can't you just be normal? It's working through these emotions as we battle our inner demons that challenge keeping the heart space open. So if you are hearing this message, your challenge is to keep developing your sense of self, staying true to yourself while keeping your heart portal open to the frequency of community, right? keeping yourself open to love for humanity, hope for humanity, and understanding how you are helping anchor in these energies for this collective shift. But you cannot bypass this age of developing your sense of self. There is no serving the community if you don't even understand what you are good for. And I'm going to end it there because I feel like I'm starting to get repetitive, and that is something that I am personally working on improving. Yeah, but I will speak to you all next week. Thank you, and bye.